What's going on, everybody? Today we're back with another Transformers video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at, this is going to be a long name, Transformers Legacy Velocitron Collection Robots in Disguise 2001 Universe Scourge, which it's such a mouthful, but it's Scourge from Robots in Disguise 2001, or RID 2001, and we're starting off vehicle mode, as you can see, and it looks pretty good. Just like, you know, sitting here, rolling around, which it rolls pretty well, which is really nice to see. All the wheels move, nothing gets stuck or anything. But yeah, the truck looks nice. I like the look of it. The trailer is like in this nice, shiny plastic, and there's nice detailing in here with like, I'm not even sure what that is actually, but it looks nice. It's like exhaust or something. I'm really actually not sure what it is, but it does look good, and it fits. It all matches together really nicely, and you can see the windshield is in this nice red, clear, translucent plastic, and there are some nice teal like coloring throughout on the back and on the hood, and you can even see the red in the headlights as well. If you come a little closer, that looks really nice. I like that a lot. So, vehicle mode, not much to say about it. Looks really nice. You can see some steps right there, like you would get into the truck, which is pretty cool. Smokestacks look nice, and yeah, I don't know, there's not much to say about it. It looks really good. Rolls nicely. Trailer looks great. Looks like a trailer, like a tanker truck, which is what it's based off of. It's a like a fuel carrying or liquid truck. And yeah, so for some comparisons in vehicle mode, you can put them off the side. And here we have Nemesis Prime from Siege, another evil Optimus type variant, and yeah, they look good with like the teal and the silver and the black and the reds. Looks good. And another evil Optimus type character, we have Shattered Glass Optimus. Very different, but just a comparison. If you have one or the other, you can see which how they look together if you wanted. I don't have the regular Earthrise Optimus, which is what this mold is, but, and as you can see right here, just very quickly, you can see that they share like legs. You can see they have the same like exhaust or fuel tank system, like folding up, which is pretty cool. Yeah, not much else to say about the vehicle mode, other than I guess we can get into robot mode. But first, let's take a look at the trailer a little bit closely, because like most trailers, they can open up and do things, and this one is no different. So, first thing I like to do, because I like to display them and display my figures in robot mode, so the trailer doesn't really have anywhere to go. What's nice about this, though, is you can flip down this piece for its base mode later on, just have it as just as a stand, which is nice. So I just put it on a shelf or anywhere else. And yeah, there's more detailing on the roof, and it's the same on the other side in terms of detailing, just the silver and molding and stuff. So let's get it into its other form, I guess. So first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to flip this up, and then just split it in half, and flip that little ramp down, fold down. Actually, it's kind of confusing right here, but you're going to want to take this part and spin it around, and then you're going to want to fold this down like that. Fold out this little hand. You can pose it however you want. Actually, you can't, not however you want, but you can flip it up a little bit like that, and then flip up that little gun piece. And now you have a little battle station, which is pretty cool. I like that they added this. They didn't really have to do anything crazy, but, you know, it's cool that they have this. I'm pretty sure this battle station was actually on the original Robots in Disguise Optimus, or G2 Optimus and Scourge mold. So, yeah. And as you can see, there's a little turret up here that can spin around, and then the full thing can spin around. So there's a little bit of articulation, I guess. And then, of course, you probably saw it, but there's a weapon storage for Scourge's weapons. So that's nice. But not much else to say about that. So we just put that off into the background and lift the camera up a little bit because we're going to be transforming Scourge into robot mode. So first thing you want to do, in my opinion, is you just want to flip these up because they're going to get pushed out of the way anyway. Even in vehicle mode, they just kind of, you know, get pushed out of the way. So you want to do that. And then you're going to want to fold out these little side pieces and then bring up the entire windshield and roof assembly. Bring out the arms, basically just unfold everything. And then you can come to the legs just to get those out of the way. Fold up these little panels, which are like kneecaps, but, you know, not really. Flip up the feet, flip back the heels like that. It's kind of hard to see because it's a black background with a black figure. Didn't really think about that. Then you can separate, actually keep the lace together for now. Then you're going to want to split the hood and the grill section while folding up these little pieces right here. And then you're going to want to basically bring down this whole assembly right here, which is going to be like the hips and side section and the waist. And then you're going to want to flip up the chest piece like that. Bring down the stomach and like the fake grill section. Bring around, this is kind of hard part. Bring around his shoulders like that and his arms, both sides. And then bring up the side pieces like that while also plugging them into the top, because you can see kind of there's like in there little blocks which are actually like pegs for the holes in the top of the chest, and so it just sticks together, frictions nicely. Then bring down the torso part like that and it sticks together. Flip around the waist, untab the legs. Then for the shoulders, you can tab them in like that and like that as well. Flip around the biceps like so, and then you can bring down the shoulders like that, and bring down those pieces to cover up the actual shoulders. And then bring out, I'm actually not sure what part this is. You bring up this black piece and then bring down the fists, rotate a little bit, then close it back up. That's a nice feature. Bring out the fist, close it together. Then you're going to want to bring up the head like that. And then this part is also kind of difficult just because it's just really in there. And so you're going to want to bring out this gray piece. And as you can see in there, there's a little like tab part that is kind of like lifted up. You kind of just want to grab that as much as you can, then pull it up so it clicks a little bit, and then tab in the windshield part to the back, and then it covers up any holes back here with like a jetpack, I guess, thruster type molding. So yeah, and there we have Scourge in his robot mode, and he looks really good. And the only really problem with the figure itself is that it's not really fully accurate to Robots in Disguise 2001, which a lot of people were kind of upset about, because I don't have the figure and I don't really have any pictures to bring up, but the chest isn't accurate because it's obviously based off of the G2 Optimus mold. So they basically just made the windshield red, where the 2001 Robots in Disguise Scourge actual model it's like painted over, and it has like, it's like chest detailing. It's like silver, I think, and not the windshield. The windshield's on the back, obviously. So it's kind of weird, but it still looks nice in my opinion. people are just, you know, picky and complain a lot, but it still looks good. Still looks nice as an Evil Optimus variant, I guess, or clone or whatever. And so for articulation, there's ball joint at the head, at the neck, so you can look. He has full 360 and look up that far and down that far, and so he has a lot of articulation there, side to side. The shoulders are kind of terrible because of the design of the shoulder. Just, it's bad. But there's a little bit of articulation in there, as you can see. It goes out that far, down that far, forward that far, and back that far, which is nice. And what's weird about it is it's like a ratchet, like a soft ratchet joint. So it's basically out that far or in that far, and there's really no in between. So it's kind of like, you can kind of get it to stick, but it's kind of weird. A bicep swivel from, you know, Transformation, you saw that. Then there's elbow up and down, ball joint at the wrist, which is nice. Waist swivel all the way around. Out that far, and in that far, and out that far, and back that far. So he has quite a bit of range of motion in his legs. Farther, the 90-degree bend at the knee, which is nice, and very far ankle tilt. But it kind of clicked, so I don't think it's supposed to go that far. It's really supposed to go like that far, but, you know, you can do a lot with this figure, which is really nice. I love the articulation, and I love having articulated figures that can also transform, and they aren't, you know, messy. Like, he clearly has the backpack, but that's pretty accurate to the model, so it really doesn't bother me. But the shoulders are kind of an issue, kind of annoying. But yeah, other than that, it's a good looking figure. So for accessories now, he has, this isn't really an accessory, it's kind of just like a feature, is you can flip up the shoulder, like, I don't even know what those are, like thrusters, I guess. And there's little missile pods in there, which is pretty cool. It looks really nice. So, and then you can open up his chest, and there's like a little, like, red evil matrix in his chest, which is pretty cool. And you can see that, obviously, in through the clear window. And, of course, from earlier, he has a sword and a shield or an axe, and then of course they can combine. But first, let's give him the sword and this axe. And yeah, they're pretty cool looking. I like clear plastic weapons because they usually look pretty cool. What I like to do with this, so that he doesn't just have two melee weapons, I like to fold it down like that, and then it's like a shield. And then he has like a sword and a shield. I think it looks pretty cool. Or there is the like super sword, super weapon type thing, and you can just basically take off the sword and put it in the top of the axe, and then you have a giant sword, which is also pretty cool. You can also do that, and it's your figure, so you can do whatever you want with it, but there are options, which is nice. And it's very long, so kind of makes it hard for photography, but it's all right, unless you have like a wide camera. But other than that, so with the accessories and articulation, you get some nice poses, of course, which is always cool. And you can also take off the little gun from the, not the whole assembly. You can take the little gun, if I can. This is kind of difficult. There we go. You can take the gun off the battle station, and you can put it in basically any hole you want. There's a little peg and then the peg hole. And it just fell off. Hold on. Like that, and then you can have a little gun as well. What's weird to me is that he has peg holes on the bottoms of his arms and not on the sides, like most, like almost every figure nowadays has. So it's kind of weird to me, but that's fine. It doesn't really bother me. I don't use the gun at all, or the peg holes just in general, but it's interesting. And so for some comparisons before we end the video, see, he's just fully straight, just like a 2x4. It's kind of weird, but whatever. For some comparisons, you have Scourge, obviously. And then you have Scourge And then Scourge as well. So there's the Scourge family. There's G1, Robots in Disguise, and Rise of the Beasts. And they're obviously all very different. These two are the most similar. Both are trucks and kind of modeled after Optimus, but not really. And then you just have him. So he's not too tall, but not too short either. He is technically a leader class, but they, modern day leader classes aren't really leader classes. They're kind of just Voyager class figures with some better engineering and more accessories. So it's, basically a Voyager class figure. But next to a shorter Voyager class figure, he's taller. And then, of course, next to a bigger leader class figure, he's short. So, it's weird. Sizing is weird nowadays. Kind of always has been, even from G1 in the cartoon, and scaling and whatever. But, that's just how it is. And for a more simple comparison, here is Siege Optimus. And he's even a little bit taller than him, which is kind of cool. But, yeah, they look alright together. I mean, obviously different universes, but basically the same toy line. Siege, Kingdom, Earthrise, and Legacy. All pretty much the same idea of making old characters into new figures and with no really gimmicks like from the Prime Wars trilogy with all the headmasters and combining and Prime Master things. So they look fine. I do like this figure a lot though. This figure is really good. I'll probably review him next. So yeah, if you want this figure, go and get him. If you don't, you're not really missing out, especially if you have either Toxitron or the Target Optimus or the G2 Optimus that has been released like 3 times. So, but if you're a fan of Robots in Disguise 2001, actually, speaking of, we have one more comparison. Here is Robots in Disguise 2001 Megatron, or Gigatron, with him. And obviously they're very different because this is actually from 2001. This one's from like 2020, 2021. I actually don't remember when he came out, but modern and old. But they look good together. I think they look pretty cool. Love this figure. But yeah, I don't think you're missing out on much if you have either a Siege Nemesis Prime or a Earthrise Optimus or the G2 mold already. But if you don't have a G2 mold and you want one, this is definitely a good figure. Toxitron also looks nice. I don't have him, but he looks cool. I like the green. But probably won't be getting him. Same with the Target exclusive figure. But this has been my review on Legacy Velocitron Robots in Disguise 2001 Universe Scourge. Thanks for watching.